Hello, this is Solomon Davis from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. Today, I'm looking at a day trade. So this is a day trade review. The trade is over. I did put a recording out there earlier of getting in and talking about my stop, talking about my target. Like I say, this is all for educational purposes only. Trading is risky. You can and will lose money at trading. Trading is not for everyone, especially day trading or this style of trading that I'm doing right here and what I'm showing and sharing. So please get talk to your financial advisor, talk to your significant other, before you decide that you would like to trade. Most of all, get educated. Make sure you talk to someone who has done this before, who is doing this, and who can explain to you things that are going on out there in the market. Okay, like I said, I'm from Right Side Trading. I just want to give you a quick overview of the trade that I did earlier. A lot of it's going to be a repeat of what I've talked about earlier. So let me bring up the chart. I don't have much information actually on the chart, but let me also bring up. I'm gonna look at the option change too a little bit. So I'll let you see. I want you to show you some numbers, things that you can actually I can help you learn and let you see how a lot of my trades go. So let me, while you're taking a look at the chart, if you remember earlier, my trade I got in at 10:30, and I did actually ended up waiting to get out of my trade a little bit later, like I really wanted to. So let me slide that over so you can see what actually happened for me. I whited out quantities, numbers, contracts that I'm actually trading. That's not what's important here. What's important is my entries and my exits. My entry, that really wasn't the time. That wasn't executed. That's when I actually put the trade on. That's not when I actually exit the trade. Let me bring up my account over here on another screen where I can see exactly what time I actually ended up exiting that trade. I didn't exit that trade until 12. Is that right? The settlement time. Did it give me execution time? Execution time was 12:23. 12:23, 12:24. I didn't get filled I didn't get filled completely on my when it first hit my price. I had a partial fill, then it filled at a minute. Completed my execution of my trade a minute later. So let me put those timelines in. Again, all we're looking at here is the time. I entered my trade at 10:30. I exit my trade really at um, 12:24. We'll say I was out of all of it, 23 and 24. So let me see if I can put some timelines on the chart just to show you those timelines. Then I also want to bring over the. Let's see, we got timelines on here, right here, right here. Of course, I showed this earlier. I was right here was an entry. Right here on this candle was an entry. Then 12:23 was an exit. I hadn't looked at this one. 12:23, 25, because 23, 24. So it was this candle here. So just there. So the first candle was my entry, and then that was my exit. And remember, I was talking about this was the first target, this was the second target, and then where I had you could see on my virtual account where I had my exit was up here somewhere. Because again, I was looking at this high. Will we break this high? My target wasn't above this high. My target was just below this high. A lot of the times, the market will come back up here and test this level, but not all the time will it actually break that level. So I like to exit my trade just before that, and hope there's enough. Not hope. I expect there to be enough. I also see that there's going to be enough, and I know that it's going to be enough in that trade for me to make the money that I really want to make on the trade based on the position size that I'm using. And now the other thing that I want to see, and my stop again was if I had got a close below this. My entry was based on this red line, this horizontal red line. My entry was actually right here on this vertical line. My exit was based on this horizontal green line, one of my exits that I could have taken. And then my next exit was really based on these highs over here. I wanted to be a little bit below that. open, as you saw on the screen that I had over here before. I was able to get in at 395. I was able to exit at my execution point that I had set, my 422. 22 is just me want to get what's that? 25 cents plus 2 pennies. That's what I was looking at, and it ended up. It just ended me the extra 2 pennies. I just really wanted to be below this level right here. It's where I try to put it as high as I can, but not over that. That's what I'm looking at. And if the market had looked like it couldn't break this level here, I would have got it at this level. But it's nothing. All my other indicators was telling me my trade was still okay, so I stayed in that trade. Now the other thing that I also want to bring up and show, let me see if I can pop that up and slide that over, or I can switch over to that screen. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, I didn't mean to stop it. Where did it go? Okay, sorry about that. Let me select all. Okay, I'm showing the right screen. Apply change. Okay, what I really want to show here, the contract that I was trading this one right here, a 140, and my entry, remember my entry was 395. So I was 4 pennies off the low. That's good. And that's the way when a friend of mine and I we used to trade this, that's what we was looking at. We had, with this system that we use, a lot of times, we can get close to the day's low on these options. So that's the other reason I went back to trading my options. I knew I had something that I could use and it was working for me before, trading these things, being able to get the lows and get the highs of the day. The high of the day here was 426. Again, I'm 4 pennies off the high of the day. So it was a very good trade for me today, and based on execution, just looking at execution. And that's what you really want to learn. It's not, you want to be able to try to get that full range of what those options are. Again, that's why I don't look at, this spread. Yeah, maybe if I traded something closer with a better spread and all, I could have got a little bit more, but I don't. From my experience, it doesn't work out that way. If the market moves, they're going to price these options right, and you're going to be in play. The thing is, and no matter where you at, you very seldom are you going to get the top. Very seldom are you going to get the bottom. So being within 2, 3 cents, 4 cents of those prices, that's good enough. So again, that's all I really want to share and show. Again, check us out at rightsidetrading.com. Let me switch back over to that screen. Apply change. Check us out at rightsidetrading.com. Subscribe, like, join us so you can get all the highlights and things that we did. Subscribe to my YouTube page, Right Side Trader, where I'll be posting this video. This is the video that I did earlier today. I'll post this one right here also to where I kind of summed everything up. Again, thank you for viewing. Please subscribe, tell your friends about us, give us a call so we can give you some details how to go about looking at this market and trading this market. Again, thank you for viewing. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.